Okay. That's absolutely fine for me. Not a problem. But yeah, okay, we can see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much, everyone, and especially for Purushottam Prabhu, Asmita Mataji. Thank you so much for kindly opening the doors for all of us. You're always, willing to open the doors 24/7, 365 days. So thank you so much for this wonderful Sangha. So today we will be discussing chapter 8 of Bhagavatam. We are going serially from chapter 1 onwards, Srimad Bhagavatam. So for some of you, I can see that there are some new faces, but I'll try and sum up until 7th chapter, until 8th. I mean, first 7 chapters, I'll sum up in 5-10 minutes so that you can actually catch up. But this is an independent chapter. Every chapter is an independent chapter. Yeah, I request that, please pay a little attention. Hare Krishna. So you'll be able to take so many wonderful lessons, wonderful jewels from this chapter. This is a very, very powerful chapter. Bhagavatam is powerful and every chapter is powerful. Of course, this chapter is very, very special, very special. So if you want, yeah, you can stay like that, but please pay your attention. Let's offer a small invocation and then we can discuss. So you repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttamashloke Bhaktirbhavati Naishtuki. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is in the Srimad Bhagavatam that Mother Ganga, she not only flows on this planet Earth, but she also flows on the other planetary system. Generally, people say 3 worlds, three lokas, 3 worlds, upper, middle, and lower. Ganga flows in all planetary systems. Initially, she was only flowing in the upper planetary system. Bhagirath had to bring it down, bring her down. So why does she flow? By what is her purpose? She flows and she gives people an opportunity to take a dip in her so that they can be purified, right? So that's her specialty. So where does she came from? What is her source? What is the source of Mother Ganga? Huh? No, from Shiva here, but before actually originally, she washed the feet of Vishnu. She is called Vishnupadi. She's called Vishnupadi. So she is actually first washed the feet. It's a spiritual water. It's the spiritual water that came, but she washed the feet of Vamandev. Vamandev. When Vamandev occupied three steps, remember that gigantic form. He came small, but he became big. eh? So he occupied the higher planetary system, and with his toe, left toe, he tore open the covering of the universe. There came in spiritual water that washed the feet of Lord Vishnu first. So, what I'm trying to say, Mother Ganga, who has emanated, who has actually washed the feet of Lord Vishnu, she flows in upper, middle, and lower planetary system and purifies everyone. We have strong belief, isn't it, that by taking bath in Ganga, we get purified. So three planetary systems. Similarly, when we discuss Krishna Katha, when we hear about Krishna, when we hear Bhagavatam, when we talk Bhagavatam, discuss Bhagavatam, three varieties of people are purified. The person who asks the question is called Pratchakam. Vaktaram means the speaker, and then Shrotrims means the listeners. Speaker also gets the purification. The person who asks gets the purification. The people who hear gets the purification. This is better than Ganga, because Ganga you have to travel some distance to take a dip. But whenever you want, you can take dip here in the Bhagavatam. So this purifies three varieties of people. I get purified. The person who asked today, Purushottam said I should speak, so he gets purification, and everybody else also gets the purification. Three varieties of people. So that is the potency of hearing. So the first 7 chapters I'll try and summarize. The sages of Naimisharanya asked 6 questions to Suta Goswami, and they were answered in the 2nd chapter and 3rd chapter. The essence is simple. One of the questions was, what is the ultimate benefit for the people in general? So what is the ultimate good? So Suta Goswami says, bhakti onto Krishna is the ultimate good. Bhakti is the most important thing. One should engage in devotion to the Supreme Lord Krishna. This is the ultimate good for people in general, for everyone. There is, we have so many things, Shreyas and Preyas. There is a temporary benefit, right? There is a long-term benefit. Bhakti yoga means a long-term benefit. So there is, tomorrow there is exam, but student, there is a favorite movie of a student. If he goes to the favorite movie, he'll fail the exam, and long-term benefit is lost, right? So similarly, we have so many short-term benefits, but the ultimate benefit is bhakti yoga. So this is number 1. Number 2, it is the Krishna. There are so many personalities are there, but Krishna is the source of everything. Is called Swayam Bhagavan. Is Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Bhagavatam says Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan and everything came from him. He is the source of everything. Bhagavad Gita also says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu Matta Sarvam Pravartate Iti Matva Bhajante Mam Buddha Bhava Samanvita. There is only one person, that one person becomes many. One person becomes many. If I am on my own, there is no joy, right? This is it. Krishna says that. If you are on his own, there is no joy. If there are many people, party means several people should be there. If I'm celebrating party on my own, can't enjoy much. Asmita and Purushottam, they just close the door and don't allow anyone. They celebrate. How much they can enjoy? But they invite, they open the door, they invite everybody, then they can enjoy. So one person became many actually. So bhakti is the ultimate good for people in general. And Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan. From him, everything comes. And third point, because Krishna is not here, what should I do? Who should I take shelter in the absence of Krishna? What is the answer? Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna disappeared and then he reappeared in the form of Bhagavatam. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Sammitam. Same Krishna appeared in the form of book. It's called literary incarnation. Krishna can appear in many forms, sound form also. Omkar, Krishna, and book form. Bhagavad Gita is also Krishna. Bhagavatam is also Krishna. So here it is said, in the absence of Krishna, we should take the shelter of Bhagavatam. How do we take shelter of Bhagavatam? We should hear. Who should we hear from? When we open a book, ideally, if someone tells you who is experienced, then it becomes easy. What do? You are IT profession. Yeah. So if I want to learn something IT, I don't know anything. I'm in a medical field and business somewhere. But if I wanted to try and learn my own, it takes a lot of effort. But if I come to you, because you've been working for years and years, then it becomes easy. So we should hear. So we should take shelter of Bhagavatam in the absence of Krishna. Number one, how do we take shelter of Bhagavatam? We should hear from expert. I mean, expert in the sense at least was studied a little bit. Bhagavata. So we should hear. What we are doing, we are not expert, but we just hear from our seniors, we just repeat it. It becomes easy, isn't it? When you try to read on your own, it becomes tricky. What I mentioned just in 5 minutes, it would have been tricky for you to understand. Okay, so 3 points we mentioned. One is, first they asked 6 questions, sages, and they asked for, why did they ask the questions? They asked for the welfare of people in general. They are not selfish. How can I get a good job? How my son can become so rich, how I can become so rich. Like, they are not selfish questions. When we usually go to temple, we have a big list. We will submit to the Devi Devata. Never ends. List never ends. But these sages, they ask questions for the benefit of everyone. That is the difference between a sage, a devotee, bhakta, and normal person. They are always concerned about people in general. That is bhakta. So, how can people be happy? By engaging in devotional service, bhakti yoga to Krishna. And Krishna is the source of everything. And third point we mentioned is, in the absence of Krishna, we should take shelter of Bhagavatam. And how should we take shelter of Bhagavatam? By hearing. How should we hear actually? Shrunvataha shraddaya nityam grunatascha swacheshtitam kalena nati dirghena bhagavan vishate vrudhi. Shrunvataha, we should hear. Shrunvataha, how? Shraddaya, with faith. There is some faith, you took some time to come here and sit down. This is faith. But the more we hear, our faith gets stronger. We have faith, but not so strong. So here with faith, Shrunvataha Shraddhaya Nityam. Nityam means not once in a fortnight. This is regular. I mean, once in a fortnight could be regular. Oh, we are having regular sanghas every fortnight, every month, every year, like that. But Nitya means every day. So Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So we should hear regularly every day. Uh, So even in the olden days, also kings, big kings, they are called Rajarishis. If you see Srimad Bhagavatam and our scriptures, Yudhishthir Maharaj, we will talk about Yudhishthir Maharaj little later, but they hear every day. Although they are kings, they take guidance from the scriptures. They depend on the Lord. When you depend on the Lord, you get finer intelligence. So Shrunvata here with faith, here regularly, and here every day. Shrunvataha Shraddhaya Nityam. When you hear also, ideally, this is more important. How do you retain the stuff here? Most of the time when we hear from here, we lose from there. After the class gone, prasadam, we replace everything with prasadam, gone. Yeah. Ideally, what should we do if we want to be more attentive in the class? Prabhu, why need to be attentive? I just attend like that. But if you want to be attentive, we should make some notes. This is called grunatascha swacheshtitam. Means take something. You may not like everything, but there will be certain points you may like. 1 or 2 points, 3 points. And then reflect. Oh, am I doing that? Bhagavatam says this, but am I following it? Let me follow like that. Grunatascha swacheshtitam means our endeavor also it's important. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Whenever we have program at Purushottam Prabhu's place, everybody comes. He is attractor, Madan Mohan. So we should have program here only, every time. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, so what's the point we're talking about? Yes, here with faith, here regularly, here every day. But you also have to take the matter seriously. Means our endeavor is also there. When we hear, we should also try and follow. Am I following this? Yeah. When you do this, it's an important point. Why am I saying it? There is an important point. Kalena nati dirgena. Nati dirgena. Dirga means long. Nati dirgena means within short time. Bhagavan Vishate Vrudi. He will enter into our hearts. When we hear, he will enter into our hearts. And what does he do? Sitting here on the heart, he cleanses. Pravishtah karnarandrena swanam bhavasaroruham vidunoti means cleanse. Shamalam Krishna salilasya yatha sharat. So when there is a rainy season in India, the ponds gets muddy because of the heavy rain. The mud get mixed with the water because it's heavy. But yes, that muddy water in the autumn season, it just drizzles. The rain is not heavy, just drizzles. The mud gets sedimented at the bottom. The water looks very clean. So similarly, when we hear Krishna Katha regularly, Krishna enters through our ear holes, sits on our heart, and he cleanses it. He becomes a cleaner. When that is cleansed, then we have clear mind. We can see things clearly. And what is the dirt? People say, Prabhu, my heart is extremely clean. What is the dirt that is there in our heart? Material attachment, ego, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, 6 enemies, anarthas, passion, passion and ignorance. Passion and ignorance. All these are there. You are absolutely right. We call it abhadras. Abhadra means inauspicious. So Krishna will remove them when we hear. So that's the benefit. Okay. So that's taking shelter of Bhagavatam. Are you with me now? Shall I repeat? 6 questions. Bhakti is the main thing. Krishna is the source of anything, everything. In the absence of Krishna, take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam by not once in a fortnight, but year, ideally every day, year from another expert generally, better, so that we can understand. We should also ask questions. Always, if you see our scriptures, they're always question and answer. This Bhagavatam actually started by questions only, 6 questions. One of our devotees gathering all the questions and answers. There are hundreds and hundreds of questions in Srimad Bhagavatam. Like that. Okay. So this is first 3 chapters we covered. And in the 4th chapter, so sages asked three more sets of questions. First set relating to, because Srimad Bhagavatam was mentioned, first set of questions was relating to Bhagavatam. How did Vyasdev compile Bhagavatam? Where did he get inspiration? What is the story behind compiling Srimad Bhagavatam? That's the first set of questions that's been discussed in chapter 4, chapter 5, and chapter 6. And chapter 7, text 12, up until text 12. So those who are making notes, they can have this clear idea. So basically, Vasdev, he divided one Veda into 4 Vedas. He compiled Mahabharata. He compiled all the Puranas. Why did he do this? For people of Kali Yuga. Before Kali Yuga, there was no written scripture. Everything was Shruti, Smruti. Hear and remember. Perfect. They don't need to take any notes. They'll just keep everything here. So he made it easier for us by putting them in writing and the stories. Mahabharata is full of stories. Puranas are full of stories. After doing this, he was not satisfied. He felt still emptiness in his heart. So he questioned himself, what could be the reason? So the reason he thought was that, I must have given, I must have not glorified the Lord enough. Glorification of the Lord. I must have focused on other things, but not focused so much on bhakti. So he was thinking, what is the reason? I did a very good job. Divided 1 Veda, 4 Vedas, Mahabharata, Puranas, everything. So he felt emptiness. He was questioning himself. His guru comes. That's the 4th chapter end. His guru comes. Who was his guru? Narad Muni. Yeah. Narad Muni he's so famous. He's guru of Vyasdev, imagine. So, and then in the 5th chapter and 6th chapter, there is a discussion. Narada identifies the root cause for his despondency. And the root cause was twofold. What is that? 2 defects. One is not sufficient glorification of the Supreme Lord Krishna, overemphasis for the Purusharthas. Overemphasis for Purusharthas means, what does that mean? Basically, he encouraged people to perform rituals to get wealth, material benefit. Material benefit, see, we get, say, for example, I want something today. I get it, but I won't be happy. And even if material benefit comes, something like, that crash happens, everything is taken away. I accumulate so much wealth, so many talents, my bank balance is huge, but suddenly, within a fraction of a second, is taken away. But your devotion is not taken away. You see the story of Gajendra, even in the body of an elephant, he could remember a prayer that he had learned in the past life. This comes with us, and this will protect us. That will create bondage. Of course, wealth is good. We use it in the service of Krishna. Say, Purushottam, Yes, so he bought this big house, so he has nice space. He's inviting devotees. We are using, yes, whatever we have, we should use it for Krishna's service. It's not bad, but that material things can be taken away at any time, even if we ask for these things. We need it for maintenance. So bhakti will be with us eternally. Hmm? That Gajendra, when he was attacked by the crocodile, he just remembered the same prayer. He offered it. Lord Hari came directly, riding on Garuda, and picked him up, made him sit next to him, and took him to Vaikuntha. So this is the speciality. So Vasdev had given so much importance to these Purusharthas. You know, he said, at least, okay, if you want this, worship him. If you want this, you at least, he thought, okay, people at least come to God for the material things. Okay, that was his purpose. So this was the defect identified by Narada, and Narada tells his own story, um, that how he was a son of maid servant in the past life. So bhakti is greater, he said. Bhakti is much, much greater than this. Bhakti will protect. Narada then narrated his own story. His mother was maid servant. She was serving the saintly people, sadhus, and he was also serving. And he was associating with them, he used to hear very attentively. The sadhus blessed him very much. And once upon a time, with their permission, he took some uchishta remnants. So after they had eaten, took. So one day, his mother had passed away, right? He was only 5 year old. So there was no fear in him because he was self realized by that time because of the blessings of the sadhus. And then he left to a forest. Then he meditated. He practiced what he had heard from the sages. Then he saw the Lord within the heart. Hmm. So then, after that, from that place, that situation, made servant. That was a previous life. Then, in this life, he became Narad, son of maid servant to Narad, who is a spiritual master of Vyasdev and other people. You name big, big devotees in Bhagavatam. Prahalad is big devotee. We know that. How big he was. He was never scared. His father was ready to kill. He tried to kill. In many ways, never got scared. Such a powerful person, and whose spiritual master is Narada. Dhruva Maharaj, spiritual master was Narada. Who else? Mrugari, yeah, he used to half kill animals. Uh, so his spiritual master was Narada. Valmiki, yes, Narada, you can say Saptarishi is also there. Uh, um, and Chitraketu Maharaj, Narada. So if you see, there are so many incidents like this. Hmm. So why did he narrate this story to Vasdev? Just to show the potency of bhakti. You are trying to do so many things, but I don't have a high parentage. I was not son of any great sage or anything like that. I did not go to a very big school to learn all this and practice. I just simply served the sages, and the sages have blessed me. That's it. And here I am. See my position from zero to hero. So bhakti will do this. So that's why you should focus on bhakti, glorify uh, the activities of Krishna, glorification of Krishna and his devotees, you should mention. So after hearing that, Vasdev had compiled Srimad Bhagavatam, hmm, that we discussed, and he basically compiled, and then he became happy. He was not happy before, but after taking instructions from Narada Muni and compiling Srimad Bhagavatam, then he felt satisfied. So Bhagavatam, hearing Bhagavatam will also give us satisfaction. Then he instructed his son, Shukadeva Goswami. Then Shukadeva Goswami narrated this to Parikshit Maharaj, who was on the verge of his death. So that's where we stopped, and we will hear today more about Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, so up until then, it's about Bhagavatam. Fourth chapter, fifth chapter, sixth chapter, and seventh chapter up until 12th verse. It's about Bhagavatam. How did Bhagavatam compile? How did Vasudev compile Bhagavatam? Okay. Then the second set of questions in the fourth chapter, they asked about Parikshit Maharaj. What is the birth and activities of Parikshit Maharaj? So then, to describe that, in the previous chapter, we had seen. So we are, Sutta Goswami talking the events leading up to the Parikshit Maharaj birth. Okay, who was Parikshit Maharaj? There is Arjun. Arjun's son is Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu's wife is Uttara. Uttara's son is Abhimanyu's and Uttara's son, Parikshit Maharaj. Abhimanyu had unfortunately left the body in the battle. We all know that. So his birth is given in the current chapter, but there are events leading up until the birth of Parikshit Maharaj. Sages have asked about the birth and activities of Parikshit Maharaj, because he heard Bhagavatam, and their question was, why did he leave the kingdom, and why did he hear Bhagavatam? Why did he fast until death? And tell us more about the activities and birth of Parikshit Maharaj. So in the previous chapter, we discussed about how son of Drona, Ashwatthama, had killed the five Pandavas, or five sons of Pandavas, five sons of Pandavas. They were born to Draupadi. He killed while they were sleeping. This is a very heinous act. Even his master, who was his master? Duryodhan. Yeah. Master, not father. Not father. Yeah. Because they were maintained by Duryodhan. Right? They were eating their Duryodhan salt. Yeah, that is what they say. They're maintained by Duryodhan. So he was loyal. Bhima and Duryodhan had a fight, and Duryodhan lost the fight. He was lying on the ground just to please his master Duryodhan. He did this, he performed this heinous act, which you are not supposed to do. Say, for example, in the battle, if someone comes and if someone is unarmed, you are not supposed to kill that person. If someone raises, even though there is a weapon, and someone raises like this, surrenders, you should not kill. And someone shows the back, means runs away from you, you're not supposed to kill. Women are not supposed to kill. Children are not supposed to be killed. When person is sleeping, they are not supposed to kill. These are some of the rules, some of the etiquettes. So even his master Duryodhan was not pleased at all. Okay. So then Arjun promised to, of course, Draupadi was in deep anguish, sorrow. So what did Arjun do? Arjun promised Draupadi that he would kill Ashwatthama and bring the head and gift that to Draupadi. So Krishna, this is the first time Krishna, entered in the Bhagavatam through his action. How did he enter? He was riding the chariot of Arjun. So, yes, he was riding the chariot. Even in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna entered like that. So they were trying to chase Ashwatthama, but Ashwatthama realized that when Krishna and Arjuna are together, I'm not going to win this. Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanuddara, Tatra Shrir Vijayir Bhuti Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. When these two people are there, it's victorious. They are always victorious. So then, in that situation, Ashwatrama threw a Brahmastra, nuclear weapon. He doesn't know how to retract it, take it back. So the situation was very terrible. Everything was glaring, and there's heat, too much heat, and Arjun got perturbed and disturbed. Then took shelter of Krishna and asked, "What's happening?" So Krishna said, "This is a Brahmastra released by Ashwatthama." So he doesn't know how to retract it. What you have to do is you have to counteract this Brahmastra with another by releasing another Brahmastra and then retract both. Arjun did so, and he captured Ashwatthama, and immediately Krishna said that you should kill him, but he did not do so. Then he took him to Draupadi, and Draupadi, when she saw Ashwatthama in this situation, she, naturally she was compassionate, and she felt sorry to see Ashwatthama like that, and she actually begged Arjun not to kill because my children died. He killed my children. I'm suffering now. His mother is still there, Krupi, yeah, Grupatni, Krupi. Hmm? Dronacharya's wife's name is Krupi. So she should not undergo the same pain as I am experiencing. So please, and moreover, Dronacharya helped you in the military science, etc., etc. So Dronacharya is still living in the form of Ashwatthama. So Ashwatthama was a Brahman, but he had not. It's not a conduct of a Brahman what he had done. So, but immediately, who else agreed with her? Yudhishthir Maharaj, Nakul, Sahadev, all agreed. Yes, except Bhima said, kill him. And Krishna said, he is very tactical. He said, you have to fulfill Bhima's will and as well as the will of other people. So, understanding this, so what did Arjun do? He took the jewel and as well as cut his hair. So this is an insult. Insult is worse than death for a warrior. So this is what he did. Hmm? So we completed 7 chapters. Okay, we thought we would finish in 10 minutes, but that took 30 minutes because we did so much. Yeah. Okay, shall we sing Mahaprasadam prayer or shall we do chapter? Is that okay so far? Can you this also? Is it possible? No, don't worry. This is open. Okay. Okay. So the incident that we narrated was just after the Battle of Kurukshetra, right? Just after battle finished, and Ashwatthama had been this heinous act. So in this chapter, this is entitled "Prayers by Queen Kunti and Parikshit Maharaj Saved." Hmm? In this chapter, we see that Pandavas, so they desiring to means Shraddha water, they went to Ganges for the departed souls. You go into Ganga and water Pitrutarpana, like ancestors for ancestors and all the relatives. So they did Shraddha by watering, by offering Ganges. Hmm? Um, so it is also mentioned here about Ganges is the she's got the dust of lotus feet of the Lord, Ganges. That's how it purifies. So they were uh, grief stricken because so many relatives were died in the battle. But Krishna and other sages have pacified them, telling the effect of time. Kala means in due course everything will be taken up. So time, it's the effect of time. Please do not be worried. So everything is now settled. Yudhishthir was victorious. So the battle was finished, and Krishna then decided to go back to his place where Dwarka. Hmm? So war is finished. Yudhishthir was victorious. He enthroned Yudhishthir. It is mentioned that he made Yudhishthir to perform Ashwamedha yajnas, and so all everything was finished nicely. So he was ready to leave. There was a chariot, and he just mounted the chariot, seated upon the chariot, and he was about to leave for Dwarka. Then comes another problem. This Ashwatthama is such a terrible fellow. Hmm? So you see, as soon as he seated himself on the chariot to start for Dwaraka, he saw Uttara hurrying toward him in fear. Parikshit Maharaj's mother, Abhimanyu's wife. She was hurrying. Uh, So this is a great prayer. One everybody should try and learn. 189. You repeat after me. Uttaro vacha payi payi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate nanyam tvadabhayam pashe yatra mrityu parasparam. Uttara said, O Lord of Lords, Lord of Universe, you are the greatest mystics. Please protect me. Pahimam, Pahimam means protect me. Hmm? For there is no one else who can save me from the clutches of the death in this world of duality. Hmm? So, so this is how devotees, when there is a problem, devotees take shelter of Krishna. And Krishna is ready to offer protection to his devotees. Although Krishna is impartial, eh, in general is impartial, but he shows special favoritism to his devotees. eh. So samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priya ye bhajantu tamam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. Although I'm equal, I envy no one, eh, but I'm equal to everyone, yet I show special mercy to my devotees. Hmm. So Prabhupada writes that those who depend on the father very much, parents, they show special protection as well. Hmm. If you see this churning of milk ocean, both Devatas and Rakshasas, they both worked hard for the nectar, Amrutam. But Krishna took the Mohini form and he cheated Rakshasas and gave it to Devatas. If Rakshasas get more powerful, if a miscreant is living long, that's a danger, right? Yeah. So why did he give? Because the Devatas are always under the shelter of Krishna. Though they both worked hard, they both, yes, worked hard. Only Devatas got Amrutam, nectar, because they are devotees of the Supreme Lord. Lord simply tricked and cheated, bewildered the Rakshasas. So here, so Uttara had taken shelter of the Lord. Hmm. So in the previous chapter, when there was this Brahmastra released by Ashwatthama, Arjuna also took shelter. eh. So these two prayers are wonderful. This is 189, yes, and the other one is 1722. This is, we repeat that prayer also. Arjuna Uvacha Krishna Krishna Mahabaho Bhaktanam Abhayam Kara Vameko Dhayamananam Apavargosi samsmrute. Run towards Krishna. Our problem is we run away from Krishna. We run away from Krishna. We run towards Maya. But here, devotees, they are different. Whenever there is a problem, devotees run towards Krishna. They fully take shelter of Krishna. So, how Arjun took shelter in the previous chapter, and now his daughter in law, Uttara, she took shelter of Krishna when he was about to leave. And so, um, she said there is a fiery arrow that is chasing me, which is released by Ashwatthama, second Brahmastra. He wanted to finish the last life in the lineage of Pandavas. Who is at that time Uttara was pregnant. And so pregnant women should not be attacked. Imagine. Where is the rule? First, women should not be attacked. And pregnant women. He was not born. He was in the womb of Uttara. So this guy, he just attacked. So Uttara says, if you wish, please, you can take me away from this world, but at least protect my embryo. This was the prayer offered by Uttara. So what it was a Brahmastra. Prabhupada writes, when you release atomic bomb, nuclear bomb, then in the radius of few miles, I don't know, then everything will be collapsed, like destroyed. For years, nothing will grow there. But this was so specific, he targeted the embryo. It would not harm the mother, but would only kill the embryo. That was the accuracy of this Brahmastra. He released another Brahmastra. So Krishna is very merciful. So what did he do? He entered the womb. I mean, he was there in the heart, right? In the form of Paramatma with his chakra. So he actually, it is said in the here, not here, but in the 10th canto, it is said actually because of the heat of the Brahmastra released by Ashwatthama, the embryo actually got burned. It is said in the 10th canto. So, but Krishna entered the womb and he revived the embryo. Last chapter I mentioned, so Parikshit Maharaj actually had got the darshan of Krishna in the womb itself. So when he came out, he was looking for the same person, Pariksha, examining, oh, did I see the same person? Is it the same person that I had seen in the womb? Like that. So that's why his name is Parikshit. He was examining for that same person, looking for the same person everywhere. So yeah, this is from this story, like for us, that we should take shelter of Krishna. Okay, so after this, then he was ready to leave for Dwarka. Then who comes? Kunti Maharani comes. So she was remembering everything that Krishna had done for them, so much. And she started offering prayers. There is Navada Bhakti, we know that. Shravan, everybody? Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam Asyam, Sakyam Atmani Vedanam. Now, 9 types of Bhakti. Bhakti. So, first one is hearing is Bhakti, talking about Lord is Bhakti, remembering the Lord and his devotees Bhakti. So now we are all doing bhakti. You're hearing, I'm just saying something from the scriptures. So there is one form of bhakti is called Vandanam. Vandanam means actually offering prayers in glorification of the Lord. Whenever actually we see the Lord, we should offer some prayers. We should remember something, simple prayers, and we should offer. And how should we take darshan? We should start from the lotus feet and then slowly go up. Not the face first, but start from the feet and then go up. Take the full vision, darshan of the Lord, and offer some prayers. So, two prayers we can learn, simple prayers from her. And this is Vandanam. Offering prayers means Vandanam. So, any one of the one type of bhakti is enough for us to be successful. Huh? If you are interested only in hearing Krishna Katha, that's fine. Kirtana means glorifying. Any one type is fine. Who is famous for doing all the 9 types of bhakti? Allah Maharaj is exclusively for Smaranam. Ambarish. Yeah, exclusively Smaranam. Yeah, every devotee does all 9 types, but there is exclusively they do one. But Ambarish Maharaj had done exclusively all of them, all 9 types. Ambarish Maharaj. So that comes in the 9th canto. We are only in the 1st canto. Long way to go. But no problem. It's a sugar candy. Wherever you bite, it's sweet. And one chapter, one verse is enough for us for the rest of our life to meditate upon. So, yeah. So these prayers are very, very important. Mother Kunti prayers, or prayers offered by Queen Kunti, very important. So we'll recite some of them. It would be difficult to go through each and every verse, but we will go through some of them. Okay, you ready? Okay, so the best way for me is go here, advanced view. I will use verse text. Oh, Devanagari? Yeah, okay, Devanagari, thank you. So how does Kunti relate to Krishna? Maternal aunt. Huh? So, paternal aunt. So, which rasa she is in with Krishna? There are 5 rasas. Vatsalya rasa. Vatsalya means what? Motherly affection. Aunt is like that. So, okay. So here Sutta Goswami says that, you know, for Krishna, this was nothing. Counteracting Brahmastra was nothing. Neutralizing Brahmastra was nothing. Don't be, he was explaining this to the sages. Don't be, astonished. Lord can do anything. He can contract anything. Okay, from text onwards. Okay. Kuntya Vacha Namasye Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrute Param Alaksham Sarvabhutanam Antarbahiravastitam. Although Krishna is our hmm, uh, nephew, is it nephew? Nephew, yeah, nephew. She is offering obeisances, namaste. You should not supposed to offer obeisances, but she knows Bhagavan is Swayam Bhagavan. Namaste Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrute Puram. You are Ishvara. Alaksham Sarvabhutanam Antarbahiravastitam. So when Krishna saved the embryo of Mother Uttara or Parikshit Maharaj, he was outside, but she could see that Krishna did the magic inside. So he was outside, he was also inside. Huh? Yes, he was outside. He did not disappear to go get into the womb of Mother Uttara. He was personally there only, outside and inside. But fools do not see. Even though Krishna antar bahir avastitam, he is inside and he is outside, the alaksham sarva bhutanam, he cannot be seen by everybody. Is not seen by, is there in our heart. Sarvasya chaham Rudisannivishto Matta Smrutirjnanam Apovanam cha is seated in on in everyone's heart. So Krishna is everywhere. Alaksham Sarva Bhutanam, but he can't be seen. The reason, what is the reason? Maya Javanika Channam Ajnadokshajam Avyayam Nalakshase Mudadrusha Nato Nacho Dharo Yata. So Krishna is covered by a curtain of Maya. When there is a curtain, it's not a transparent curtain, it's a translucent curtain. So sometimes there are transparent, you can see through. This is translucent curtain. So he's covered, opaque. Okay. Yeah. Full blackout. Okay. Curtain, which is not visible. So for devotees, the curtain is removed. Devotees can see it. But non-devotees, there is a curtain. That's why na lakshase muda drusha. What does it mean? Muda means fools. Na lakshase, they can't see Krishna. This is the fools cannot see Krishna. He is covered by, for them, curtain of Maya. Just as sometimes actor cannot be recognized when he is dressed properly. They put so many costumes, etc., etc. So sometimes you can't recognize the actor. Similarly, although you're present everywhere, fools cannot see you. Then she offers some prayers. Oh, this. Okay. Why did I do that? Okay, sorry. Let me go back. Advanced view. Devanagari. Okay. Tata Paramahamsanam Munina Mamala Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartam Katam Pashyemahi Striyo. You are usually be understood by Paramahamsas, Munis, Amalatma, purified souls, but how can we human understand you? So Prabhupada says that, whenever he opens katha, whenever he conducts a katha, more women attend than men. So Kunti Maharani is a woman, but she's out of humility. She's saying this. How can we understand you? But she's offering wonderful prayers. And then these two prayers we learn next. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So this is one of the things that you learn and offer when you see any deity of Krishna or Vishnu. Krishnaya Vasudevaya. Krishnaya. So he's son of Vasudev and Devaki also. So whenever you say Krishna, when you link Krishna to his devotees, he becomes extremely happy. Vasudeva is actually his devotee. Devaki, yes, they are acting as parents here. Yes, Yashoda, Nanda, they are actually devotees. They are acting as parents. Hmm. They are in Vatsalya Rasa. Devaki, Vasudev, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya. So just see saying Krishna is called Vasudevaya. Hmm? Vasudevaya because son of Vasudeva. So he's also son of Devaki. Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. He is son of Nanda. Hmm? Nanda Gopa. Govindaya Namo Namah. She's just offering obeisances, addressing with various names. Hmm? And next one. Nama Pankajanabhaya. Nama Pankajamaline. Nama Pankajanetraya. Namaste Pankajangraye. So, as I mentioned, when we take darshan, we should start from the lotus feet and go up. But here, Mother Kunti started from Nabhi because she's in the motherly affection and she doesn't want to embarrass Krishna. So that is what our Acharya state. That's why she started with Nabhi. Hmm. So Nama Pankajanabhaya. Hmm? Pankajanabhaya, we all know that, right? Respectful obeisance unto you, the Lord whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus. Hmm? Nama Pankaja Maline, he wears garland of the lotus flowers. And Nama Pankaja Netraya, his eyes are like lotus petals. Namaste Pankajangre, his feet are also like lotus flowers. Hmm? His feet are engraved with lotuses. So these two prayers you can learn. This is 21 and 22, and then you can offer to Krishna when you take darshan. Okay. So, Yata Vrishikesha Kalena Devaki Kamsena Ruddati Chiram Shucharpita विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभो त्वयैव नातेन मुहुर्विपद्घनात्. So Krishna released Devaki from the imprisonment, right? Devaki and Vasudeva. But he did not save the six children of Devaki. Who was the seventh child of Devaki? Balram. He was transformed from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. But first six children were killed by Kamsa. So Krishna did not save those children. But later, however, he brought the six children back. That comes later, 10th canto. Okay. So he did not initially save those six children, but he released Mother Devaki and Vasudeva from imprisonment. Hmm. Um, and similarly, she says, you have also protected us from because the reason was that Kunti was a widow, right? Pandu died. So that's why she was more dependent on Krishna. So that's why Kunti remembers this. Hmm? Muhur Vipadgana, there repeatedly so many calamities were there, but in each calamity, you saved us. You showed more favor to me than your mother. That's what she felt. And some of the Vipadgana obstacles are mentioned in the next verse. Okay. Vishan Mahagne Purushada Darshanad Asat Sabhaya Vanavasa Krutataha Mrudhe Mrudhe Neka Maharatastrato Mrudhe Mrudhe Neka Maharatastrato Draunyastrataschaśma Hare Virakshitaha. Here some of the list of the difficulties she remembers. Hmm. Bhima was once poisoned. He was fed poisoned cake by Duryodhana and 40, right? And he was thrown into some river, some ocean, and he goes into Patal. And Patal, the snakes, they bit him. And poison should be counteracted by another poison. So he was alive. Huh? If Krishna's mercy is there. So, yes, she remembers that. Vishan, that is poisoned cake from great fire. You remember? When they were living in the forest, lacquer, shellac house. Mm. So they were protected. Mm. It was set. They set the fire to the house. That is very flammable, right? Uh, so he was they protected, and from cannibals, Idamba. There was a demon named Idamba, and Bhima killed Idamba and married his sister Idambi. Idambi. Idambi's son is Gatotkacha. From vicious assembly, in the great assembly, it is called Asat Sabha. Sat Sabha means this is Sat Sabha, where good people meet. Asat Sabha means it's a vicious Sabha. It's not where the bad people are there. It and the Sabha, where this incident relating to where Dushasan was trying to disrobe Draupadi, but that time she took shelter of Draupadi, took shelter of Krishna, and he supplied unlimited cloth. Fine, she took finally. We also do this. We also try to take shelter of these devotees. They teach us, actually. They represent us. They teach us. Arjun was never bewildered. He asked question for our sake. Parikshit Maharaj is also doing our role like that. So she took shelter of Krishna and he supplied unlimited cloth and protection. Hmm? And from sufferings from our exile in the forest, hmm, there were so many sufferings. Once this Durvas Muni came. You remember the story? Huh? Durvas with 10,000 disciples. Are after Draupadi had eaten for that day, Akshay Patra was there. It would supply unlimited amount of prasad. We need one of those for our sanghas. Huh? No need to cook. So once Draupadi had, takes prasadam for that day, it would not supply. So Duryodhan kind of pleased Durvas Muni by feeding nicely, by praising nicely, and requested to go and visit the party of Pandavas after Draupadi had eaten. And Durvasa went there. But she remembered, Draupadi remembered Krishna, and Krishna said, bring that pot, bring that pot. And nothing is there, I've cleaned. There was one grain of rice, right? Yasmin tushte, jagat tushte. By satisfying Krishna, entire jagat will be satisfied. Yatha taror mula nishechanena trupyanti tatskanda bhujopashaka pranopaharayaksha yatendriyanam tataiva sarvarvanam achyuteja. By pouring water at the root of the tree, entire tree gets nourished. By feeding the tummy, every part of the body gets nourished. By feeding Krishna, you feed everyone. One grain, full. all the disciples of Durvasa Muni and himself, they got bloated like anything. Uh, so they were taking bath in the nearby river. And Krishna initially said, go and take bath, we'll get ready. Yudhishthir Maharaj said. So then they sent Bhima. When they saw Bhima, they started running because they thought, oh, Yudhishthir Maharaj must have made nice arrangements. He must have prepared so many food items. And now, if we don't eat, what would happen to us? So when they saw Bhima, they started running like this. So Krishna, like protector, she was recollecting all these. And also in the battle, so many, everybody in the battle, like, Drona, Bhishma, Karna, they were all considered to be Thimingala fish, whales. Huh? Our Arjuna was considered to be a small fish. Timingalas, the whales, they just swallow, just open, everything goes inside. Compared to Bhishma, Drona, Arjun was nothing. But he was protected. He became victorious. That's because of Krishna. And now from Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama released Brahmastra at the womb of Mother Uttara. Now you saved as well. So she's recollecting. And after recollecting, she says, give me more miseries. All these miseries, whenever there was a calamity, it was a calamity. It's not just misery. Calamity. All these calamities. Lord Krishna. So, and now she says, whenever there is calamity, you are there for us to protect us. But now you are leaving. But give me more calamities so that you will be with us all the time. More calamities means we can think of you more. Say, does anybody want more calamities actually? Recite this prayer anyway. We don't want. I mean, we used to skip this prayer all the time when we read. We always think we had enough. Have we not got enough? But today we'll recite this. Vipada santuta shashvat tatra tatra jagat guru avato darshanam yat syad apunar darshanam. Santuta shashvat. Vipada shashvat. Shashvat means eternally give me vipada, apadas, calamities. Because whenever there is calamity, I can think of you. I am only seeing you. I'm taking shelter of you. Now, Brahmastra released, Ashwatthama released Brahmastra, we took shelter of you. So she is saying, now you are going, but give us more calamities. So whenever there is calamity, we are thinking of you. Thinking of you means, there is no punarjanma. Whenever we think of Lord Krishna, there is no punarjanma, no birth again. So, how many of you would like to follow 4 regulative principles? What are 4 regulative principles? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit relationship. For if you tell these to a British person, they would laugh at you. They would do only these 4. Their daily duty is to do these 4. Indian also. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we are old fashioned. If you follow this is old fashioned. Yeah. So once my son asked this question to one senior devotee, how is that these people are asking for more miseries? We never seen, like, okay, when misery, calamity is there, we take shelter of Krishna, but we have not seen people asking for more calamities. So then he answered this way. Devotees follow 4 regulative principles. For a common person, it is big austerity. Agree? For a common person, it's a big austerity. following four regulative principles, you are actually you are becoming safer. You have more freedom. Means you are in control of many things. You are able to, because those people who can't control the mind, they are actually becoming servants of these things. But you are able to control. Hmm. So similarly, for other people, four regulative principles are very, very difficult, right? Very difficult. But we are not at that stage. For these people, calamities are okay. Just like for us, four regulative principles are okay, right? For normal person, four regulative principles are impossible. For us, it's okay. So we are not at that stage. For them, calamities are okay, because whenever calamity, they see Krishna. They fully take shelter. Hmm? Okay. So many prayers. We have to go slowly. Allowed to. Okay. These are the four obstacles that um, stop one to actually take shelter of Krishna. Hmm? Repeat after me. Janvaishwarya Shruta Shribhir Yedamana Madhapuman Naivarhatya Vidatum Vai Swamakinchana Gocharam. High parentage, huh? High education, uh, very beautiful, uh, beauty of a person, and yeah, wealth. So these are the four things. So respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty. So these people who have these four, or any of these four, generally they'll not be able to approach Krishna, because uh, cannot approach. Okay, they are. Yeah, yeah. So they become a stumbling block. Okay, but who is telling this? Kunti has probably all four. High parentage, was very, very beautiful. Yes. High education, I don't know about that, but offering prayers, wonderful prayers. So what does it mean? When, even though she has all these four, she doesn't feel they belong to her, right? So when people have these, they become maddened, intoxicated. They don't realize themselves. Even though she's having all four, she knows that they can be taken away at any time by the Lord. It's not my possessions, it's Lord. They are given by the Lord. They can be taken away at any moment. She knows that fully. Okay. Materially exhausted. Materially exhausted means this is what? You see that they are Krishna, given by Krishna. That is Swama Kinchana Gochara. Okay. We will have to miss some. So if you move like this. Huh? Okay, madam. Last one, no? That one. Okay. Okay, we'll read this. गोप्या दत्ते त्वयि कृतघासिदामतावत् या ते दशाश्रुकलिलाञ्जनसम्भ्रमाक्षम् वक्त्रं निनीय भयभावनया स्थितस्या सा मां विमोहयति भीरपि यद्बिभेति Hmm. What does it mean? Explain. She's recollecting this wonderful pastime. Uh, Although fear personified is feared of him. He is feared by Mother Yashoda. He is scared by Mother Yashoda. So he makes everyone scared. Even fear personified is scared of Krishna. But Krishna is scared of Yashoda, his devotees. That means what? Devotees can control Krishna. Krishna controls everyone, but devotees can control Krishna. When it comes to devotees, he becomes subservient. So he was bound, his head was down, and he's rubbing his eyes with hands, and there are tears in his eyes. He was really fearful. So she was just recollecting this pastime and saying, "This sight is bewildering to me." Huh? Why it is bewildering to me? Although you are Supreme Personality of Godhead, so it is bewildering to me. She's just recollecting that pastime. But here we understand the other meaning is that she is controlled by the devotees. Yeah, yeah. So when Putana, other demons were trying to kill, so Krishna killed all of them. But for Mother Yashoda, so he obeyed. So that pastime and then Damodar Lila, yeah, yeah. So we'll not be able to recite all. Yeah, we can do that. शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्त्यभीक्ष्णशः स्मरन्ति नन्दन्ति तवेहितं जनाः त एव पश्यन्त्यचिरेण तावकम् भवप्रवाहो परमं पदाम्बुजम्. Bhakti translation. This reputation of birth and death, it's like a cycle. No one can stop. Nobody can stop. But the way to stop this cycle is just do this. Hear, chant, and repeat. Yeah. So, and take pleasure when others are doing so. When someone hears, we should be happy. When someone glorifies Krishna, we should be happy. We should also take pleasure. We should not be envy of other devotees. Different devotees have different talents. We should also be happy. If we just do this, this will stop. This is called bhava pravaha. Pravaha means flow. Bhava pravaha means material flow. Material flow means this birth and death. This is the bhava pravaha. This can be stopped by hearing Krishna Katha regularly. So we'll recite last two prayers probably. Yeah, this will recite. This is also good. Ime janapada what is that? Sruddha Rupakwaushadi Virudha Vanadrinadya Udvanto Udavanto Udavanto Ye एदन्ते तव वीक्षितै निशा माता जी. The trees are full of fruit, the rivers are flowing, the hills are full of minerals, and the ocean full of wealth. And this is all due to your glancing over them. So nature is producing so many wonderful things, right? Yeah, we're all depending on nature. We can't eat just our pounds or pence or rupees, etc. We have to live on nature. Sustain on the ingredients produced by nature. But how does nature produces? Kunti Maharani says all this is due to your glancing over them. Krishna glanced. Everything is happening. Hmm? So there is the reason behind everything, and that is Krishna. Yeah. O Lord of the universe, soul of the universe, O personality of the form of the universe, please therefore sever my tie of affection for my kinsmen, the Pandavas and Vishnus. He says that she requests that, no ties with my kinsmen. My only attraction, where should my attraction go? So, this is a wonderful prayer. I request everybody to learn. त्वयि मे नन्यविषया मतिर्मधुपते सकृत् रतिम् उद्भवता मद्धा गङ्गेवौगम् उदन्वती flows towards the ocean. There may be so many obstacles on her path. She doesn't stop flowing. Irrespective of all the obstacles and challenges, she finds a way and reaches the ocean. Similarly, just as Ganga flows always towards the ocean, let my attraction, let my mind and attraction flows towards your lotus feet. This is a prayer. Because our attraction on material things, our mind goes everywhere, but we can pray to Krishna. This is a wonderful prayer. Let my attraction always see. Let me read the translation. O Lord of Madhu, hmm, as the Ganges forever flows to the sea without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn to you without being diverted to anyone else. Is this a good prayer to offer? Mhm. My spiritual master, his favorite verse is this. He tells that when he used to sit on the bank of Ganges, he used to see that how Ganga. So sometimes big trees fall, big stones, big rocks are there, but Ganga somehow or other under the rock, over the tree on the sideways, somehow or other she makes a way and she goes. But for us, when there is a obstacle, we stuck there. Huh? So this is a beautiful prayer. Okay. We'll finish these prayers with a final wonderful verse. Sri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishni Rishabhavani Drug Rajanya Vamshadahana Napavarga Virya Govinda Godvija Surarti Haravatara योगेश्वरा किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते You are the prophet of So she after this she stops saying, and Krishna gives a nice smile, a smile. That means I've accepted your wonderful prayers. And he was about to leave. Everybody pleaded him to stay back, but he was leaving. Yudhishthir Maharaj said, Krishna, you have to stay back. So Prabhupada writes, Yudhishthir Maharaj controls Krishna with his affection, very dear to Krishna. When Yudhishthir Maharaj requested him to stay back for some more time, sometimes I don't know these days when we get a guess, we will see when the guest will leave, depending on their behavior and their attitude. But if someone nice guest, then you request them to stay for some more time, right? You feel like. So here, everybody wanted Krishna to stay back, but Krishna wanted to leave. But only Yudhishthir Maharaj, he said, my dear Krishna, you have to stay for some more time. And Krishna agreed to stay back. But however, Yudhishthir Maharaj was thinking about that war. Oh, in the war, so many people were killed. You know how many people? It is mentioned 630 million people in 18 days. 630 million people were killed, according to Adi Parva. Uh, so many people were killed. Of course, that was the Lord plan, you right? Why did Krishna appear? To remove the burden of the earth, right? Why the Mother Earth goes in the form of cow to Brahma, and they all go to milk ocean. They offered prayers, and she says that I'm not able to bear the weight of the miscreants. She can bear the weight of a pious people. Yeah, if a child is naughty, even the child is very thin, is scratching mother. Mother wants to get rid of the child. Put him down, put the child down. But if the child is so heavy, big, chubby, but he's so nice, so obedient, and mother likes to bear the weight. Yeah? So that was our request, and Krishna removed the burden of earth by killing, arranging the death of so many people. So Yudhishthira Maharaj was kept on thinking about this, why did I fight, like, participate in this warfare? He was so kind and compassionate, just like Arjun. Arjun also in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, we saw, right? I don't want to participate. I don't want to fight. Why should I kill the kinsman? Better, they kill me unarmed, etc. He was saying, but after hearing Gita, Arjun, from confusion to clarity, he had full clarity and he fought. Yudhishthir Maharaj was now like he was just thinking about that and grief stricken again. That's why in the next chapter, Lord Krishna takes all of them to Bhishma Dev and ask Bhishma Dev to guide them, instruct them. So that comes in the next chapter. Krishna had shown his Bhakta Vatsala aspect in this chapter as well. In the previous chapter, by riding the chariot of Arjun, by giving instruction to Arjun, by protecting Arjun from the Brahmastra, he acted as Bhakta Vatsala. And here also, when Uttara uh, hurried towards him and requested him to save the embryo, Krishna did that as well. And he also obeyed the instruction of Yudhishthir Maharaj and stayed back. This is how this chapter finishes. So this chapter was very simple, like in the sense where Ashwatthama released Brahmastra to kill the embryo of Mother Uttara, to finish off the last life in the Pandava dynasty, but Krishna protected. So imagine, like, that's why Parikshit is a great devotee of Lord Krishna, very, very great devotee of Lord Krishna. Hmm? And Kunti Maharani offered prayers. Kunti Maharani prayers consists a major chunk of this chapter. So I'll end here. So it's nearly 6:30. So I'll have to stop here. We took a little longer. Yes, any uh, smile, smile, smile. He stayed because of Yudhishthir Maharaj. after the prayers, he smiled, accepted. Smile means accepted. Yeah. Yes, Lalita Preeti. Hmm.
How on earth we could listen to deep philosophy. Maybe parts stop at a little bit. Such a deep philosophy are able to understand because it's in English.
Hmm.
That because, it is properly translated it as that age, That's how much effort he has put for us to finish.
Hmm.
Could he have done so? Someone has done it, so we are just.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, you're saying.
Yeah, I personally, sorry, but because mercy of him that has taken so much of learning already, so he can deliver it to us.
Hmm.
Of course, it's a lot of work. The Prabhupada must have put, but it's not that he's put it. He's taken time. He's chosen the Guru Maharaj for that
Yeah, yeah.
initiation.
So what happens is whenever we praise the person, but that person says it's because of my Guru Maharaj. But for us, we say like this. See,
No,
that's
I
why.
mean,
Yeah. So this is the mercy of great sages. All sages are like this. They work for the welfare of the mankind. Hmm. So that's what sadhu. Paradukha dukhi, we say, isn't it? They take other misery as their misery. We take other misery as our happiness, our pleasure. Uh, that's the and Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva's example, we know that to protect, to save all the people, he drank poison. This sadhu, pakka sadhu, he risked his own life to benefit others. Sadhus risk their own life. Prabhupada risked his own life. He had two heart attacks on the way to America, and third one in the States. But yet he was only sleeping 2 hours a day and writing, commenting on this Bhagavatam. Um, uh, yeah, sadhus, that's what they do.
I think
Any, yeah, huh?
them to give the Bhagwan Jati, Sukhadev, only by practicing and being grateful to them.
And what actually is that, I'll add a little more. We should instruct this to others. I mean, every one of you should have your own sangha with 20, 30 people every week. Mataji is smiling. But I know, we should give to others. Then our acharyas will be happy. Our saints will be happy that we are spreading this message. So sometimes when you teach also, you reflect more. Who is a better student? A teacher is a better student. I have to prepare 3 hours, 4 hours, and I have to listen, then come and do that. When you start doing it, you will prepare better. You understand better. So the better thing, yes, practice and give this to others. Give this to others. Yeah. Yeah. Any realizations from the teachings of Queen Kunti, from the prayers of Queen Kunti? Any prayer you liked? So many we discussed. What did she say? Calamities, don't worry. You remember that only. Give calamities task to only Kunti Maharani. Why? Why? So Krishna, Mataji. Supported her through. So for us, that gives a hope when there is a calamity, he will support us. We can relate that task. Agree. Agree. When there is a problem, we say, why me, Krishna? I mean, she is saying, give me more. She was saying, give me more miseries. But when there is a problem, we say, why Krishna? Why me, Krishna? That is the nature of this material world. High parentage, wealth, your beauty, bodily beauty, doesn't protect one from the calamities. Kings, queens have to have cancer and tuberculosis, etc. All the disease, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi. That's why, that is the reason. Even though, however talent we are, however opulent we are, we still have to go through the miseries. That is the reason the clever person should ask something else for Krishna, not the material things, because material things will not save us. Right? So that is an important lesson. But if we have it, use it in the service of Krishna. If we have it, use it in the service. Don't say, no problem, I don't want. But if it comes, don't worry, use it in the service of Krishna. So why is Krishna is not to be seen by some people, although he is there everywhere? Antar Bahir Avastitam is there inside and outside. Why is not he seen? There is a curtain of Maya. Who will not be able to see? Fools. Devotees will understand. Devotees come to the classes. They have faith. They have faith. So somebody will not accept Krishna, or we can't say directly you are a fool, but Krishna is saying, we are repeating his words. When we talk to other people, we have to deliver this message in a different way, right? Just like, when you have a microscope, you can see the microbes. Scientists may say there are microbes, but I can say with naked eyes, I can't see. But you have to have microscope, some lens. When they are purified, they can see like that. So um, fools, here Krishna says, fools cannot understand, but devotees will understand. They have faith. You have faith. You know that Krishna is there. You believe that Krishna to be Bhagavatam. That's one thing. And the last prayer you remember about Ganges? Hmm? Uh, hmm. Hmm. So offer that prayer. Let's learn that prayer. Any other realizations from this chapter? What? Hmm.
I have so much there.
Yeah, that's the reason we Bhagavatam. When we hear, we develop the same desire. Why we hear now? By reading this, we are associating with Kunti Maharani, right? That's it. We are associating with Kunti Maharani, so we develop desire. So that's why whoever we associate with, we develop their desires. So that's why satsang is important. We develop right desires. Yes, Akila Mataji. Hmm.
Still find something which is not happened according to our wish, until now we lose belief on God, Krishna, God. But whereas Kundi, even though all that loss has happened, she always praises him, what she got and what she got protected. That I thought that was great.
Excellent. Amazing realization. Um, when Krishna gives so much, when Krishna gives us some things and Krishna may not give us something. Krishna may protect at certain places, Krishna may not protect at certain places, but we have to accept both. We have to see Krishna, how much Krishna had done for me first before we question. And there is a reason always. There is a reason always. And those reasons we don't know. The famous example is, we know that how Duryodhan questions Krishna, that why Dhritarashtra questions Krishna, why my 100 children were killed in front of me. And the answer was that 50 lifetimes ago, you were a hunter, you killed 100 baby birds. And the point Dhritarashtra raises, why now? 50, why not 50 lifetimes ago? But you are accumulating enough piety to beget only two children. So you have to wait. You have to wait for 50 lifetimes. So there is so much we don't know the full reason. Agree. It's a wonderful point. Yes, Krishna did not protect those Upapandavas. She took it fine. He protected Parikshit Maharaj. So it's good. We should not lose faith. There's Krishna. It's difficult. It's difficult when something calamity, terrible things happen to us. But the whole material world is like that. Unfortunately, everything is perishable here. Everything is perishable here. So there is some arrangement by Krishna. Krishna knows better than us. And Krishna's plan is better than our plan if we depend on Krishna. His plan is better than our plan. Okay. Anything else from our Kunti Maharanis? Kunti Maharani, so many Kunti Maharanis in our classes. All these, Namo Pankajanaabhaya, Namo Pankajamaline, Namo Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraya. Yes, wonderful prayer. Vatsalya Bhav. Yeah. Bal Gopal. Mm.
Morning,
Mm.
then
Mm.
then
Mm. Mm.
paying for
They treat them as a little boy. Yeah. Yeah. So Vatsalya Rasa. Vatsalya Rasa. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. True. Um, See, we may not have big calamities, but we have some miseries. At least during the miseries, we should think of Krishna and take shelter of Krishna. Take shelter of Krishna. So one point I always remember, do not run away from Krishna. So it's easy for us, when there is a problem, devotee will take shelter of Krishna. Devotees will take shelter of Krishna, but non-devotees they drift. They take shelter of something else. So whenever there is a problem, actually, we should intensify our devotion. Maybe for us, it gets a little tricky. So we need help. Sometimes we should seek help from another devotee. When you share, the burden is off gone. So you should share it with a devotee who you trust. Everybody, we get plenty, plenty on a daily basis. There's so many calamities. Yeah. Yeah. So these sanghas are also very good. They help us a lot. Once in a 2 weeks, even no problem, but they help us a lot. Uh, um, okay. Anything else by anyone? Verse 43. Yes. What is it? This summary? Sri Krishna, Krishna Saka Krishna. That's the summary, basically. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah, this is one of the prayers that you can offer. Sri Krishna, Krishna Saka Krishna Rushabhavani. Wonderful prayer. Yeah, so if anybody wants to learn Kunti prayers, maybe we can have a separate sangha for that. And Lalita Preeti and Bhakti Devi. Bhakti Devi knows she recites all of them in 2-3 minutes. So they learned it. So if anybody wants, And, Krishna's mercy, all matta smrutir jnanam apovanancha. From me comes memory, remembrance and forgetfulness also. Yeah, so if anybody is interested, they can learn some prayers or and
It's a good thing
all.
to like
Then
Whatever way, like, I mean, there is some task. So there are one way is you learn all Kunti prayers. Okay. That is verse by verse. And how do we learn the verses? There is a technique. The technique is practice, practice, practice. And the other thing is word for word. You should know the word for word, then it becomes easy. Yeah. There is a little bit of technique. Basic Sanskrit, Narayan Prabhu is not here, he's our Sanskrit expert. So he knows much better. But if you know a little bit of Sanskrit, it also helps you, you know. And the other thing is know the meaning, know the word for word, and maybe you should record.
what we could
Let me finish this, please. Yeah, you can record. So one prayer you record, keep hearing, even if you go to bathroom, etc. Okay, or you can have chord. What do you call the chords? No, students they use. Huh? Chord. Yeah. Huh? Flashcards. You write one side the verse, one side the meaning. Or otherwise, you just somebody recites the shlokas, you keep hearing it. For 1 month, you will get it. No need to do anything, just hear every day. Yeah, I remember, say for example, I remember when we were reading 15th chapter in Adhikamas, Purushottam. Once upon a time, Bhakti was a little baby. She was sitting at the back. Sundar Chaitanya and we were reading. 30 days after, she recited the entire chapter. She just heard. I'm not kidding. I mentioned this, I guess, previously. So if you just, pick someone and then you keep hearing it, that's learning everything. Or you can select certain prayers. Okay, I'll learn 1, 2, 3, like that, certain prayers. You can do that. Okay, that is the prayer.
we can think of the record. Okay. But then the same shloka is going down one day, and then you listen it 10 times, and it will come to your head. And if you do like 10, 30.
I have better idea.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, there were
All the ideas,
No,
Guru, Asmita is smiling at you on that day. Now, no prasadam until you learn full entire Kunti prayers. You remember? Which one? You remember?
what
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. You
we
just
can
keep
say
hearing.
it in the- yeah.
Yeah, you can share. One verse you can learn if you want. Easy one is
No,
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vasudevaya. So Narayan Prabhu would tell my basic Sanskrit, very, very basic. Narayan Prabhu is very expert. So when you add ya, it's on to. So why do we say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya? Vasudevaya. So when you add ya, it's a on to. So Vasudevaya. Namo. Namo means offering obeisances. Ya means onto Vasudevaya. So this is vibhaktis. Yes. So Krishnaya onto Krishna, Krishnaya. Then Vasudevaya. On to Vasudeva, Vasudeva. Krishnaya Vasudeva. Devaki Nandanaya cha. Devaki son, Nandana. Nandanaya. Okay. This ya only you add when the last word ends with a sound. Again, it gets a little complicated. When it ends with e sound, you have to do it differently. But anyway, so Krishnaya onto Krishna, Vasudevaya onto Vasudeva, Devaki Nandana. Nandanaya means Devaki Nandana, onto Devaki Nandan. Hmm? Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. So Nanda Gopa Kumaraya means what? Son of Nanda Gopa Kumaraya, son of Nanda. Namo. Govindaya, Namo Namaha, right? Okay, now Krishnaya Vasudevaya Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay, everybody wants prasadam now. Okay, who would like to sing prasadam, please? No prasadam for you if you don't sing. Mahaprasade Govinde